I want to start this with a moment that every sports person eventually faces, the day the game stops. For me, that day came at 28 years old. I lost my career as a professional goalkeeper and it felt like a nightmare. Football was the only identity I had known since I was a child. One day I was performing in front of thousands of fans every week. The next I was working a dead-end job packing blood into boxes in a warehouse at 3 a.m. I was broke, buried in debt, living in rented accommodation. I was not just starting again, I was starting from the gutter. And when you are in that place, something dangerous happens. You start believing your best days are behind you. You start thinking your value ended when your playing career ended. You start telling yourself you are just another person now. That is one of the biggest lies that sport creates. Sport gives you an identity, but it rarely teaches you how to rebuild that identity when the game stops. Here is what I want you to understand right now, and this is the most important thing I will say in this entire video. Your knowledge did not retire when your career ended. Your experience did not disappear. The lessons you learned in competition, the discipline, the standards, the psychology, the detail, those are not just memories. They are assets, and assets can be turned into income. I realised that even in that warehouse at 3 a.m. with cold hands and a racing mind, my playing career was over, but my knowledge was not. I could either let that knowledge die with my playing career, or I could turn it into a new mission. That decision changed everything. Here is the first lesson I want you to take from my story. Before you think about products, platforms, or pricing, you need to reset your identity. Stop seeing yourself as a former athlete or a local coach. Start seeing yourself as someone who carries a blueprint. You carry methods, standards, values, and a level of detail that most people in the world never learn. That blueprint is the foundation of your business. The second lesson is this: mission comes before money. My business eventually reached 37 countries because my first priority was genuinely helping people, not chasing a paycheck. People in sport have a built-in radar for authenticity. Parents, athletes and coaches can sense instantly when someone is watching the clock, but they also sense when you care. They sense when your mission is real. And here is the truth about money in sports business. If you build purely around chasing income, you will always feel stressed and you will always attract the wrong people. But if you build around transformation, genuinely helping people improve, progress, and believe in themselves, money becomes the natural byproduct. That is not motivational talk. That is exactly what happened to me. One student on a muddy field in Liverpool became a business in 37 countries. Not because I was the most qualified coach, not because I had the most money, not because I had the best facilities, but because I genuinely cared about the person in front of me and I committed to their transformation completely. Vision gets you through the gutter. Service turns your vision into results. Results build reputation. Reputation becomes a brand, and a brand scales beyond your location. That is how every global sports business begins. Not in a boardroom, not with a big budget, with one person, one mission, and a decision to turn your knowledge into something bigger than yourself. Your playing days may be behind you, but your best work, the work that helps others, builds something lasting and gives you true freedom, that is still ahead of you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build it.